Hello, Tom Levecchia here with the latest edition of the Armchair NBA. This is episode 4, going to be a shorter one, but impactful. So starting off, we're going to talk about my cigar review of the Oliva Series G. It's a Robusto cigar. It comes in a box of 25, as you can see, a box of 25, and it is a Cameroon wrapper, kind of a little darker than a Connecticut shade, a Connecticut wrapper with Nicaraguan Habano long fillers, it's called. My opinion, it's a rich cigar, but it stays true to kind of being medium body, which is nice. Gives a little bit of, for me, it gives a little bit of kind of a nutty flavor, a tinge of coffee flavor, and a little bit of a woody sensation in terms of finish. An Oliva Series G. I also find it, I found the draw pretty easy. I found it enjoyable to smoke. Again, being a Robusto, this is not your sit and, pensive cigar. It's not your even go for like a long walk cigar. What it does fit in nice is on the golf course. It's small. You can put it different places. If you got to shoot, shoot while you're doing it. So that's a great place for it. Again, where does it fit in? I think it's a little too heavy for like a morning smoke if you're a regular cigar smoker. I do like it for a afternoon smoke. Maybe you got to get back to work or you got meetings afterwards that your kid have a cigar before. And then lastly, again, I like it as a medium body cigar, similar to the Las Piedras, but this is much easier to get. It's a Nicaraguan cigar, much less expensive. So this is a a good everyday smoke. And for those guys who are like me that will have a really nice long cigar, but wants a second cigar, wants it to taste good, but does not want to spend another hour, or the fiance is texting you to get back home. If you do smoke out of the house, smoking more at home these days for that reason. I give this a NBA score of 7.5. So that's the Oliva Series G Cameroon wrapper, and that's the NBA review. I'm going to be doing a T52 review next. I had another one last night. There's a reason why I don't have it in front of me right now. If they are in front of me, they get smoked. It is one of my favorite cigars. For those that know cigars, I'm a little heavier on Drew Estates. There's a Liga Privada lounge near me, so I tend to be heavier on Drew Estates. I met the founder. He'd be a great podcast guest. Could try to reach out to him to get him on the show. And then I'm also looking to do my father's cigars, another Drew Estate brand. Then last night, randomly, I was gifted a box of 5, but nevertheless, Cuban Biheki cigars from Cuba. So Cuban Biheki cigars. I will also be doing an interview for that. I'm only going to have one because the second one I'm going to do when we hit 10,000 subs. Not just me, but this community that we're looking to build. I have some cool news. Check out Business Insider. I put a link on the community. John just did a great video with them. It's something I knew about it. I wasn't able to speak to it because we put a little bit of embargo on it. We, as per Business Insider and Insider, we were not allowed to speak to it till it was launched. It's a great video. It's him looking at mob movies and judging their authenticity. I put it on the community. Make sure you check it out. It was an excellent video. I'm not in it. I was in the studio that day watching, but he did do a great job with it. Make sure you check that out. And a content update. So although I own the new Theory content, I did talk to John earlier. He's doing great. And we just came to an agreement that we're both cool with. I re-released or made public the first 9 episodes of John and I being together. To be really transparent, I felt my interviewing style was not as good back then. You'll see a lot of interruptions, a lot of ADD, but I also was very off the cuff and really raw. John was also new to being interviewed. So I kind of felt he was a little bit more candid and maybe a little less guarded than later in the NBA Buntman series. So those 9 are up. I believe that's good news as well for those that have been getting on me. And I announced it later in this episode for the simple fact that I didn't want people just to jump off and go back to the 9. While they're still up, I wanted to introduce it now. So guests coming up tomorrow, scheduled to have Ramona Rizzo. who former Mob Wives, who's Lefty Gun's granddaughter. She's a close personal friend, but she still will not be off the hook. She's getting grilled by me, and we're gonna have a good, honest, and fun conversation with Ramona. I'm gonna have Benny the Brooklyn guy on tomorrow night. I'm debating whether or not to do it as a live. I like lives. I don't love them. Drop a link below. Do you like, historical or lives? You like me doing a live, or are you more upload and pause kind of guy or gal? So we're having Benny the Brooklyn guy on. And then Monday, I don't even know if I should announce it. I'm going to have a worldwide expert, on Indragada, as well as the mafia. And this guy is I can't even talk about it. I do not prepare for interviews. You guys could probably tell. There's a reason for that. I want the interviews to be almost if I ran into you in the bus stop. I want it to be organic. I want it to be off the cuff. I want me to ask a stupid question. I want them to answer a stupid question. And that's kind of always been my jam. But this particular one, I probably watched 7 or 8 interviews. And to be completely candid, I rarely get nervous for interviews. I'm a little nervous on this one. This guy is that big of a deal. He's a huge get, and I'm super excited to have him on. I'll hold off on the name for now. Maybe I might announce it before Monday. So stay tuned for that. So to wrap it up, Series G Robusto cigar, give my MBA review, 7.5, great everyday smoke. The episode 1 through 9 part series on New Theory is back up on the channel. So check that out for you guys to listen to. And then in terms of the NBA and Buttman content, it looks like it's going to still be on embargo for now. Can't make any promises. And like I said, we're just kind of in a holding period. Again, I was pretty transparent. It does mess up this current channel by having it there. It's not the only reason, so don't break my chops. There are other reasons, some that I did disclose, and some things that John and I just choosing to be private. But check out his Business Insider. I think that's a great win for John. His channel is doing great. He increased some subs. I can't imagine that the Business Insider will not reach any less than 1 million views. I'm a big Business Insider fan. Henry Blodgett, he's a superstar. I think they do about $500 million a year in revenue, and it's like the go-to for business. And they also doing other stuff in other verticals. The Francis video did over 1 million views. I did get a response from Mark Cuban today. He respectfully declined my interview, even though he does email me back respectfully. But he did decline my interview to come on the Armchair MBA. I'm working on that, so stay tuned for your Shark fans, or if you like the Dallas Mavericks. So quick one today, folks. Drop your link below on what you think of the Oliva Series G. If you're a cigar guy or gal, I'd love to hear your opinion. You drop your number in terms of rating. Think of what you share what you think of my review. I'm always willing to learn, but I give it a 7.5. It's a nice smoke, and sticking to it. Have a good day, everybody.